They're doing the monthly swap night.
Swap night, yes.
Yep.
Was it every first Monday or something?
Last Monday.
Last Monday.
But this month is different because of Memorial Day,
Okay.
which is why it's tonight instead of technically the last Monday of the month.
Gotcha. So tonight we have 21 vintage.
21 vintage books. We're going to be cutting open the case and discussing.
Wow.
And we
Very
may have
exciting.
some live audience participation this evening.
We just might. I heard a laugh in the background.
Sorry.
There will be a trivia question. And I do have a giveaway.
Now, if the people here
Yeah.
raise their hand right away,
That's
can they
fine.
answer?
Of course.
Oh wow! Look at that. Audience participation.
Yeah, so those watching from home, you're going to have to really be on the stick tonight. You're going to have to really be on the stick because we've got people right here.
Wow.
How you doing? I gotta
You
get
know?
Google up.
You ready to go?
I am so ready.
Oh, let's do this.
All right.
Am I gonna go?
You are going to go because I opened the case. That's our rule.
Well, right
We
here.
never change the rule.
Oh, look at that.
Sorry.
The Atom and Hawkman, number 43, DC comic from 1969. Oh wow! First appearance of Gentleman Ghost and letter from Klaus Jackson.
Klaus
Janson.
Klaus Janson. Yep. Who's still doing comic books. Klaus.
6.5. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Let's say something.
Well, what I have written down is basically what you said. It's the first Gentleman Ghost in the Silver Age, meaning I think he appeared in the Golden Age probably,
Okay.
but this is his first Silver Age appearance.
What I did read about this was he kidnaps, what does it do? He kidnaps somebody in here, and it gets followed by he kidnaps Hawkwoman,
Okay. Yeah.
and Hawkman tries to find him, and they end up in Big Ben,
Oh.
and they find videos of a stash of videos, and here they found out this guy's just a con man. He's not really a ghost.
Oh.
He just does video cartography or whatever it's called
To make himself look like
to
a
make
ghost.
himself look like a ghost.
Very Scooby-Doo-esque.
Actually,
Zoinks!
you know what that reminds me of? This villain kind of reminds me of was it Mysterio?
Yes, from Spidey.
From Spidey.
The guy with the fishbowl on his head. Yeah.
That's what the guy reminds me of.
Right. It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
All smoke and mirrors.
Pretty cool story though.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. Now that's an oldie, right? That's from '69.
69.
Okay.
That's your age.
Yeah. It's the Titan and the Fury. Atom and Hawkman, number 43.
Wow. There
All
it
right.
is. All you, buddy.
Never once do my fingers leave my hands. I'm not cheating. Oh, wow. Adventure into Fear number 10 with the Man-Thing. Look at that
I
cover.
love that.
Cry Monster. That's a beauty. Adventure into Fear.
Now this is the first heading of Man-Thing title feature. Starting with this issue, they changed from Fear to what it is now, which is Adventure into Fear.
Adventure into Fear. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I just have that Man-Thing seeks retribution for a child abandoned in the swamp.
Yes. Yep, that's what he does.
I would have to say this in addition to, well, besides the magazines, which I never read as a kid, which I just didn't have access to for some reason, 70s horror has been my most pleasant discovery, really,
Yeah.
from doing these unboxings, because I was not a big, I love horror movies, but I never really collected comic book horror.
Now, wasn't there so many renditions of this character, Man-Thing?
Yeah, and I just saw, you know how Key Collector sends out like the top 10 books?
Yeah.
There's a book in there right now that it was the precursor to, basically it's the story that Swamp Thing and Man-Thing were both based off of.
Okay.
But I forget which particular issue it is.
That's at 8.5.
Yes, that's a great grade.
Wow.
Man-Thing begins his first solo series. Origin is retold.
Who's covered by?
Gray Morrow. Gray Morrow cover and art. That's really awesome. So creepy.
Wow.
One last look at that.
That's pretty cool. What is that Tim cover?
Could be. Could be.
Very interesting.
Cry Monster. All right, you're up.
Oh, here we go. Go right down the middle here. Oh, here comes Daredevil.
Wow.
Daredevil number 27 from 1967.
Jeez.
Wow. Look at the color, the cover. That pops.
I love that.
Guest starring the one and the only Ultimate Spider-Man. That's right, this is the first appearance
Oh.
with Spider-Man involved in this comic.
Oh, that's a pretty cool, that's a pretty key
6.5,
issue
by
then.
the way. There you go. Go ahead. Brian?
He fights the Stilt Man,
Yes.
who has to be one of the lamest villains
Yeah.
ever created. And then somebody named Marauder kidnaps Foggy, Karen, and Matt. So Spidey has to get involved, and I guess he ends up rescuing them. Matt probably couldn't turn to Daredevil because he didn't want to, like, you know, reveal his secret identity kind of thing.
Well,
I'm thinking.
What happens is, I think, what's that guy's name? Marauder, whatever?
Marauder.
Yeah. Daredevil was trying to find Stiltman out in the street, runs into Spider-Man, asks him if he's seen him. He says no, explain who he is. And then Stiltman teams up with that guy to try to get the identity of
Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock.
Got
what
it.
they plan on going to the law office and kidnapping three of the guys there, including Matt.
And yep.
So they kidnapped Matt and the other two. So Matt couldn't really do anything, but he finally was able to escape and then supposedly quick change into
Daredevil, the man without
Yeah.
fear.
So it's pretty neat.
That is a really early issue of Daredevil.
That is very early.
Who's Afraid of Stilt Man?
Who's the cover on that?
The cover is by Gene Colan,
Gene
who
Colan.
drew a lot of. He drew all 71 issues of Tomb of Dracula. He was more of a horror artist, but he did a lot of Iron Man and he did a lot of Daredevil as
I wonder
well.
if you ever got made fun of from his last name.
Well, now it's not Colan technically, even though that's how you pronounce
Okay.
it. It's Colan. Colan.
I'm sorry. That was so rude.
That was. I mean, there's no name shaming. No name shaming.
No name. You.
All right, here we go. Oh, wow. The Incredible Hulk 162.
Wendigo.
8.5 from
Wow.
1973. The very first appearance of the all-famous Wendigo. Steve Englehart story, Herb Trimp art. Check that baby out.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
8.5. That I'm pretty sure is Tim's.
That's awesome. You know how many stories we've had
I know.
of the Wendigo with Wolverine and Hulk
Yeah.
fighting together, and then this guy comes into play.
From 180 and 181, and now this
Now-
is basically his
now we
first
get into
appearance.
this,
Yeah.
yeah.
way before the days of Wolverine. Well, not way before, about 20 issues, 20 issues before the days of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that a beauty?
So guys, you were going to say anything?
First Wendigo. That's basically what I have
Okay.
written down. Yeah.
Well, this is the spawn of the Flesh Eater.
Yeah.
Hawk attacked by a girl that thought it was the Wendigo that killed her brother. They're in
Oh.
Canada, by the way.
That's right.
Because the Wendigo only turns into a Wendigo. Wendigo.
Wendigo.
Wendigo. I can't even pronounce it right. Oh my God. When somebody eats the flesh of another person, only in
Gross.
Canada, they turn into this. It's a
It's a Canadian thing.
Canadian
Native
thing.
American.
So
Oh,
yeah.
right. Yeah.
But Hulk tries to find Wendigo and gets attacked by this girl, and then Hulk feels sorry for the girl because of the brother, and the Hulk actually finds the Wendigo, and it ends up being that guy, the girl's brother, that turned into him because him and his buddy were out hunting, got lost, ended up in a cave, and couldn't find anybody. One of his buddies died, and he ended up eating his other friend to survive, and turned into the Wendigo.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
I know. Pretty crazy stuff.
If that is Tim's, I wonder if he's going to put it on that. He has a wall in his office
Yes,
where he
he
has
does.
180, 181, 182.
Yeah. Wow.
Very, very nice.
That's awesome. That's an awesome cover.
That's a beaut. That's a beaut.
That's Tim's.
It is. Yeah, I figured.
Because he said that you guys told me you better put that one in.
Yeah. And he got an 8.5. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. Wow.
Your turn.
The studio audience is awful quiet, huh?
They are,
It's
aren't
like
they?
you're doing it on your own.
No cheering or nothing in the back, I'll tell you.
Woo!
Oh, here we go. Amazing Spider-Man. Number 84, 1970, a 9.2. What?
Goodness.
Second appearance of Schemer?
Schemer.
Schemer. Thank
Yeah,
you.
the
Schemer.
schemer.
Wow. I butchered the names. And Vanessa Fisk, that's Kingpin's wife.
Yep.
And Kingpin's appearance, by the way. Oh, 9.2. Look at that.
And I just read the omnibus that covered this era, and the schemer ends up being none other than Kingpin's son,
Yes.
who's got a vendetta
Yep.
against his pop.
Yes, he does. Which one was that? I'm sorry.
It was number 13, I believe, on the list.
13.
It's a giveaway.
Schemer kidnaps the Kingpin's wife. And they drag it out for about 8 or 10 issues till you find out who he really is.
Okay. And that's a Ramada Senior cover, by the way.
It is the
And
good,
let's see here.
good Romita. Actually, I keep saying
Romita?
that. I do not mean
Ramita? Ramada?
that. Romita.
Ramita.
I like John Romita Jr., but the stuff that he did in the 70s and the 80s, his stuff now,
It's his.
Oh, it's yours?
Yeah.
very nice.
Come on,
Very
dude.
nice.
Oh, come on,
Wait a minute. Did we totally gloss over the grade? It's a 9.2.
No, I said 9.2. You
Twice,
just like,
twice.
Whose
Yeah.
is it? Oh my God, I
said
was in my own private Idaho.
Whose
Look
book?
at that.
I actually had to go back and look to see who it was. I was like, is that mine?
Congratulations, Andy. That we have the owner of this
Wow.
book here
The
with
owner
us
is
tonight in our
right
live
here.
studio audience. That is awesome. That is
Chris did it.
absolutely
Wow. Now, is this one of your childhood books, or?
No,
Okay.
but
all right.
I had a lot of childhood Spideys.
Gotcha.
Wow.
very, very nice.
That's awesome. That's
9.2
that is
from
incredible. to get right
1970.
there.
You don't see that every day. Very cool. You have some other old Spideys in here, right? Yeah, I figured. All right, now I'm really eager to see what kind of grades they come back with. Very cool.
Yeah.
When the swap meet's over.
All right. Would you like to just?
Put it back in plastic, though.
Yeah,
That
put
is awesome.
it
Keep it in the
back.
pile. It's fine.
Okay,
Put
okay.
a pile. Get it at the end.
You pulled that one, right?
Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at that. I
that's-
can actually tell them congratulations to their face.
See, this is what we should do every time.
So you should put some in. You never know when this could happen.
Oh my God, Tim got a 9.4 on this.
Oh,
This is Green Lantern. I
wow.
offered to buy
That's
this
an-
from.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so
the drug addiction one,
it's
right?
the drug addiction story. Speedy is revealed to be a junkie. This is when comic books became relevant. This is when Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams were doing Green Arrow, and he got a 9.4 from 1971. Oh my
Wow.
God, Tim!
Wow.
Hi, Chihuahua. All right, let me see here.
Pioneer story that confronted the topic of drug addiction, would led to more stories to come in comics. So
It
this
was-
is the start of it, I guess. The
Yes.
start of the drug addiction stuff.
It made comic books more realistic and more relatable, because a big criticism of DC Comics at the time was that Marvel Comics felt very real, and their heroes were like real people, whereas DC, all of their characters were kind of like cookie cutter. They were
Okay.
basically all the same person just wearing a costume. And then this came along, and it just kind of like blew the doors off of everything.
Wow.
Tim's
Um,
laughing at you. He just sent a laughing emoji.
This one was such a big deal that the New York City mayor of the time, John Lindsay, gave big kudos to DC publicly for doing such an important storyline.
Yeah, I just saw that here. The best individual story. Somebody got an award for it, a Shazam award.
Oh, that's awesome.
In 1971 for this.
And it was a big deal because Speedy was one of the Teen Titans. He wasn't like a no-name character. You know what I mean? He was
awesome.
the Ward of Green Arrow. He was one of the 5 main Teen Titans back in the day. And so, yeah, that was a big deal.
That's good. Look, it even has a spoon and the syringe and everything, like right there.
Oh, Tim, can I have it?
John Reinhardt said that apparently Speedy didn't listen to Nancy Reagan.
He did not. He did not. That is correct.
Wow.
A lot of us did.
Wow, that's great. Well, Tim, congrats, buddy. That's fantastic.
9.4. Come on.
That's part. You know, we really got to have Tim up here.
I know.
He's got
I
to
know.
be. This is the Tim collection right here.
Oh, I know.
Jeez,
I know.
man. Woo.
GPA 443.
Wow.
Wow. Nice.
443.
Woo. Very nice.
He also has the one after this, I think, but that's probably not been graded yet.
Tim only has 4 in there.
Okay.
Andy has 5 in there, so Andy
Yeah, he
wins
said
this
he's
one.
got some old Spideys. I figured all those old Spideys were the same owner. I just didn't know. Very cool.
Yeah, I won't part with mine.
Well, we got right now. We got an old Spidey here. Amazing Spider-Man number 90. Let's see. Death of Captain George Stacy. That's Gwen Stacy's father?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh, 7.0.
This was part of that omnibus that I just read, and what was
Okay.
so heartbreaking about it is that, like, as he's dying, he reveals to Pete that he knew all
knew it.
along
Yeah.
that they were the same person, and he says to him, you know, please take care of Gwen. Please take care of Gwen because she loves you more than anything, yada yada. And it's just so heartbreaking because he's fighting Dr. Octopus on a roof, his tentacles, and Pete does something so that Doc Ock loses control of his tentacles,
Yeah.
and one of them just happens to slam into a chimney, which falls, and
there was a child in the way,
Child in a way.
and then Spidey couldn't get to him in time, but
Captain Stacy
Captain
did.
Stacy actually did push him out of the way,
Yep.
and he got
Squish.
all of it on there.
Yeah.
Spidey went down to try to revive him, but it was too late.
It's too late.
So yeah.
Yeah, very, very key issue for Spider-Man fans. Very key issue.
Pretty cool though, and congratulations
Absolutely.
on your 7.0. This ain't yours, is it?
Mhm.
It is. Wow.
Very nice.
Look at that.
That's a beauty.
Well, congratulations.
You've got some key Spideys.
You
here.
really do. That's
Mm.
awesome. I'm Romano, look at that.
Yeah, I love the way-
Ramita?
Ramita.
Ramita.
I love the way he drew Spidey. Just the head. You can just tell that is Ramita.
Yeah.
Just love the way he drew Spidey.
He's a murderer. So did they blame Spider-Man for his...
They blame Spider-Man for everything.
Okay.
They blame Spider-Man for everything, yeah. This poor kid's got to carry it.
That's why I wasn't sure if they blamed him for the stories after this to come. Like
Yes.
The next issues.
Yes,
Did they blame him?
They're always after him.
Okay.
Yep, yep.
Now, did the cops go after him, I guess, because he was okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering about that.
But he's always able to evade them, fortunately, because of his spider powers.
Gotcha. Wow.
All
So you got
right.
a nice little run there of this stuff, don't you? Okay, yeah. I
And
noticed
with
it.
more to come.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The
I
best
noticed that
is
on
yet
here.
to come. Tune in tomorrow. All right, here we go. Just kidding, we're not going to be here tomorrow. Oh, Iron Man number 15.
That one.
Very nice. 7.0. It's the last 12-cent issue. We have Unicorn and the Red Ghost appearance. We don't get a lot of Iron Man on the unboxing, so it's nice to see. Also from 1969. That's the theme for tonight. A lot of
Yeah,
the
it
books
seems
are
that
from
way.
69. Let me see what else I have written down. It's the first appearance of Crimson Dynamo, which is kind of like the Russian version of Iron Man. And he's fighting the Unicorn and the Red Ghost in Nevada.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the story. Like, who's the unicorn and red ghost? Is it?
Red Ghost can turn intangible, and he has these sentient gorillas that like are his posse,
okay.
more or less, that help
Okay.
him.
No, they're trained gorillas, not actually like mutant gorillas.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. They're
All
trained, right, right.
Gotcha.
Yep, yep. And Unicorn is just a dude that wears armor like Iron Man, and he shoots laser beams out of this.
What?
Some of these Marvel villains
Kinda
from
like
the 60s.
Kind of like Vision.
Yeah, but this has an action. Wait, let me see if it shows it on the cover. His costume changed. Yeah,
Oh, there
see,
it
he
is.
has like a goofy thing on his head.
Oh wow, check that out.
Is this yours? Okay. Well, congratulations to the owner of this. I love that. I love a good Iron Man. I just finished Demon in a Bottle because we had
Oh,
the
yeah, we did have
last
that in
yeah,
there.
so I
Yeah,
had to
we
get the
did.
trade. Yeah, yeah, very good story.
Nice. Super cool.
Alrighty.
Moving on. Here we go. Oh.
Oh, I bet that's yours.
Oh yeah, it is. Conan the Barbarian, number 16 from
8.5.
1972.
Very nice.
Barry Windsor Smith cover. Oh, that's a beauty. 8.5. Look at that.
Mhm.
Very, very nice. You want to say something like that?
I'm gonna butcher the names probably because I'm not a Conan reader, so you correct me if I'm wrong. But it's Conan chases Atali.
Tolly.
Slays her frost giant brother and catches her, but then her father, Ymir,
Yimmer.
takes her from Conan.
Yes.
Is basically the gist of it.
Actually, believe it or not, it was two brothers. It was twins.
Oh.
He came up to the path. She lured him to them, and yeah, he was battling them, killed them both. Went to go grabbed her, a piece of her clothing fell off. I know. How does this happen around Conan?
I know, right? Yeah, yeah. Go figure.
And next thing you know, she's yelling for her father to help, and the next thing she vanishes, and Conan kind of just like faints, like he's exhausted. So when he wakes up, his brethren come to, because he was fighting a war before he met these guys, and he explained the story to them, and they didn't believe him. But then he had the veil, whatever it was, in his hand as proof.
Frost giant brothers. I
Yes.
get it. Okay.
Yes.
I get it. Look at.
Yeah, I know.
I mean.
And I read that this story, this is a remake story of the original that was in a paperback book.
All right.
Okay, and they actually had to sketch up. She was actually naked.
Oh,
Most of the
naughty.
stuff was naked on there. So they
I
had-
wonder when he went from being Barry Smith to being Barry Windsor Smith, Because on the early
Yes.
stuff, he just signed it Barry
Windsor-
Smith.
Yeah, Barry Windsor Smith.
Huh. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's a beaut.
That's a huge thing for me right there.
Very
I love it.
nice.
Yeah, I ended up
Yeah,
looking
that's
at
good.
it all.
Okay.
Oh, I look connecting covers.
Moving right along.
Right along. I'm gonna put that right there.
Put that.
Oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
Tomb of Dracula #1.
Oh,
Everybody's here that watches anyway.
Not really.
Tomb of Dracula #1
That's actually one of
from 1972. Jerry Conway story, Gene Colan art, and it's Colan, Colan, Gene Colan. But Neil Adams cover. More to your point,
Yes.
John and I were discussing before we started how many covers
Amazing covers.
Neil Adams drew for DC and Marvel back in the 70s. Like he was. I would love for Marvel and DC both to put out hardcover
An album
collections of all of his. I have the Batman one. DC put out a Batman thick omnibus of all his stuff.
Really?
But I would love to have all the covers he did, like for the Justice League and the Legion. I mean, he did everything.
Everything.
For a few years
The
there.
Cooney and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. But yes, Tomb of Dracula #1. This ran for 70 issues. Gene Colan drew the entire run. I had never read them as a kid, but recently I bought I think you can get the whole run in 3 essential volumes, which is black and white, which I normally don't go for. But
Is this our second Colan cover? Or-
yeah,
Okay,
because of Iron Man, I believe. No wait,
Yeah. No, yes.
No, he
Or
did the
one
interior.
before. Something before.
was it Daredevil?
I forget which
I don't
one
know. I
it
don't
was.
remember
I
now.
got one of those I gotta bring in.
But yes, so very good
Thank you,
series.
George.
What do I have written on this one? Oh, first appearance of Dracula, first Van Helsing, and first Frank Drake, who is a descendant of Dracula.
Yes.
And he goes over to Transylvania, and they go into the castle, and they go down into the crypt, and he pulls the stake out.
Yeah.
So
What,
Frank-
Drake, right?
Yeah, Frank Drake. Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
they
the
go
one that
over
brings
there.
him back to life.
I find it really interesting that this is Dracula's first appearance in 1972.
Yes.
Like-
Well, first appearance in Marvel Comics.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, first
Okay.
appearance
All
in
right.
Marvel
Okay.
Comics. Yeah.
Because they didn't specify that, and I was wondering about that. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
He's
Marvel-
been out way longer than that.
Marvel got the rights to him, and now I think he's probably one of those public domain characters.
Oh, really?
I think that anybody would have the rights to.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure how that works, public domain.
But
yeah,
you
he's
did get a 5.0.
yeah.
You didn't say that.
You're right, I didn't. I wonder if it has a. I wonder if it has a. Oh, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Corner of the cover's missing. That'll do. I'm just looking for stains.
Oh
any
my
any
God.
book that I see with a 5,
Oh, it's so
I automatically.
fascinating.
It's like
Right.
their CGC's in their
Oh, man.
database. Oh, it has a stain. 5. Next.
So for our studio audience that are here and people live on there, Brian is still sore.
A little
about
bitter.
A few weeks ago.
Little bitter.
where he got a great run of like 9s, and then one came in. One came in as like a what 6?
5.5.
A 5.5. It
Yeah.
was out of stain.
It
on
brought shame to my family.
And as you could tell, he's still like shooting tears.
A little
from it.
bitter. Just a little bitter.
Oh wow!
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God! Look at that.
Wait a minute. Is that the first Thor?
No, well, it's a reprint.
Oh, okay.
Calm
okay.
down.
Okay.
This would be.
Simmer down
We have to
now.
lock this up if it was.
Simmer down now. Wow.
Yeah, Journey into Mystery number 83.
Oh, it's a
from
golden record reprint.
1966. It's a reprint. So this is a reprint of the first appearance of Thor, and let me tell you something. It's amazing, and it got a 9.0. What?
What's so weird to me when you see this
Yeah.
early Marvel Jack Kirby art, his characters were kind of like skinny, and then as the
Yeah.
years went by, everybody became like these muscle bound, like
Yeah.
especially Thor
Yeah, yeah,
became like big strapping dudes. But yet when you look at him on this cover, it looks like a completely different character.
yeah, exactly.
So for whatever the reason, he changed his art style.
So go ahead.
Donald Blake, who is a doctor, is in Norway. He goes into a cave. He finds the hammer. He is worthy. He transforms into Thor, the thunder god, and he repels an alien invasion.
Wow.
And history is made.
So wait. So Thor was originally who?
Donald Blake.
Donald Blake.
He wasn't Donald Blake, but they shared. It's very complicated,
Because
and
I'm
gla-
confused because isn't Thor originally from
Asgard.
Asgard?
Correct. But he shared his life force with Donald Blake, and Donald Blake could transform into him when he tapped his walking stick against the ground.
Okay.
That's how he became Thor. But that only went for so many years. Well, many years. It went for many years, but then eventually Thor became his own entity.
Okay.
He no longer shared his entity.
And then Blake died off or something, or whatever
You know,
happened?
that's a good. I'm not sure what Donald Blake's status is in current Marvel continuity.
Did he get consumed by Thor?
No, I think he's still around. He's just like a dude now. You know what I mean, with no special powers or whatever.
So he became his own entity.
Yes. Well, he was his own guy, and then when he found the hammer in the cave in Norway, that's how he became Thor.
Interesting.
Well, that's how he started sharing himself with Thor's persona. I don't know.
very
It's
confused.
complicated.
Yeah,
very,
that's
very complicated.
Very complicated. But back to that.
But yeah, back to this. Wow, that's a beaut. 9.0. Journey into Mystery
And that,
number
that was
83.
there was a record or something that came to that, right?
Yes. This is a Golden Comic record print.
Record print. That's it. Golden record print.
Begin the saga of Thor in this issue. Very nice.
Beautiful.
Did you pull that?
I did.
Okay.
It's all you.
Moving right along. Still haven't seen any of mine yet. Whatever.
Do you have any questions for us yet?
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Gotcha.
Simmer down, man.
Oh, calm down.
Simmer down. All right. Spider-Man, number 85. From 1970, 9.2.
Whoa! Wow.
Hello.
9.2. What one?
Yikes.
85?
This is number 85. Yeah, it's 14 on the list.
Oh, this is the one after
Schemer.
the 84. The
Yeah.
Schemer thing. It's
85
basically
always comes after 84.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Wow.
This is the one where he
The
officially.
studio audience is letting us know that I messed up here. That's okay.
This is the one where he officially reveals that he is none
Yes.
other than Kingpin Jr.
Yes, which is Richard Fisk.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I just wrote this one. Family issues with Kingpin.
Mhm.
Basically what it
Big
is.
time. Lots of drama.
Huge.
Lots of drama. Save it for mama. That's a beautiful cover. That is a beautiful
That's
John
amazing.
Romita cover. Congratulations, Andy. That rocks.
Look at all those
Yeah.
stains on the back. It's still got a
What? Then you would see the top of my head just come right off. Right off.
Oh my god.
So much for the blood pressure medication. Right off.
I know, I just like that. Put it in there.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's-
Are you now tell our audience, are you keeping these or are you selling
I'm
them?
gonna keep
You're going to keep them for
Trying
your
to get
own.
a Spidey run.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. Very cool. Yeah, I had never read any of the issues from this era until very recently, and I think it's Omnibus 3 covers this whole, beauty.
That is nice.
Killer grades.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Killing it today.
Whew,
Yeah,
man,
it's good.
kill him. There we go again. Look at this. Amazing
Oh,
Spider-Man
wow.
number 69, and from the year 1969.
Look at that.
How about that?
And I bet they didn't even plan it that
Kingpin
way.
Appearance.
Yeah. That is quintessential Kingpin right there.
Yeah, that
is
really is. Yeah.
classic Kingpin.
Mission crushing the Kingpin. You got a 6.0.
Very nice. What number is that
Is
on our
yours
list
too?
here?
Wow, nice.
15. All right.
First mention of Vanessa Fisk, Kingpin's wife. I think Matt. Yeah.
Yep.
Spider-Man gets tired of being treated as a bad guy in this, supposedly. Vows if he gets treated like a. What am I?
Like a criminal,
Yeah.
basically. That
Yeah,
he's going to act like
basically
one.
he's getting annoyed of the cops, always blaming stuff on him all
Yeah.
the time. And he's like, well, you know what? If I'm a menace, maybe I should be a menace.
Yes, that's exactly
basically-
right.
yeah.
There's a clay tablet, and the storyline goes for like 8 issues maybe over this clay tablet, and Kingpin steals it, and Spidey manages to get it back, but unfortunately the cops see him with it, and they automatically assume that
Thinks
him
it's
and the
him.
Kingpin were in on it together, and that's when he gets so fed up. He's like, you know what? He's like, I'm never going to be able to keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
Spidey was very. I didn't read. I was more into teen books as a kid. That was always my thing. And I didn't read a lot of solo characters. And the thing with Spidey is, like, the poor kid, like, it was kind of depressing in a way, a lot of the issues, because, yeah, he had a lot on his shoulders
He did.
and had no support. And that damn Aunt May was in and out of the hospital all the time.
All the
Like,
time.
she was no help whatsoever.
She married Doc Ock.
Yeah, she married Doc Ock at one point. That was crazy, too.
Jeez.
Yeah. Did you pull that?
I did. Well, congratulations again. Wow.
Back to me.
Oh, here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, you did it.
Oh my God.
Look at you.
Teen Titans number 21 from 1969. I got a 9.0. Oh my God. And that's Neil Adams' interior. That's why I
Gotcha.
wanted those 3 issues, because they have Neil Adams' interior art. Look at this cool back cover.
I see that.
Ghostly Glow Power Strikes. I love this stuff in the 70s. All the monsters. Monsters were huge back then, and there were so many toys and like model kits.
Who cares about the grades?
Yeah,
Show
look at the
back
front.
cover.
Look at that front
Oh, I know. All right, so let's break it down. So we have a Neil Adams story. We have Neil Adams and Nick Cardy art on the interior and a Nick Cardy cover. Currently, they're teaming up with Hawk and Dove in these stories, so it says Hawk and Dove appearance 9.0.
Yeah.
Speedy
So-
not on drugs.
This is 21, right? Yeah,
Uh,
21.
that- yes,
So
that
the
is correct,
episode-
sir.
The episode, the comic before this one, which is 20. Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah. Wow.
See how that works?
Good
Very
job.
good, very
Right
good.
on.
You know 22 comes here
Well,
for this.
Is that right?
It does.
Whoa!
But they continue to search. They search for aliens in here.
Yeah.
That supposedly Hawk and Dove,
Played by-
with the help of Hawk and Dove, Robin and Kid Flash are captured by the aliens in this one, right?
That is correct.
Okay. There you go. That's what I have.
Robin and Kid Flash are and they're taken to Dimension X by aliens, and so
Yes.
Hawk and Dove are trying to help them. Alan Richardson was Hawk. Reacher
Thank you.
was Hawk.
I was
He's
trying
small-
to
he's
push that
smaller.
out there to see if you would get that.
And
Really?
Dove was
Oh, really?
from Friday Night Lights. Just to bring the whole conversation full circle, what is her name? I love her.
Oh, she's the best.
I can't think of
She
her.
went out with Derek Jeter.
Yes, she did. I can't think of her
I'll
right
look it
now,
up.
but yes, she was from
Oh.
Friday Night Lights.
With the M?
Derek Jeter.
I'll find out.
I liked her in
the-
Friday Night Lights.
The
She was
dancer,
pretty
the
good there.
song girl.
Kyle Chandler, Connie Britton. I mean, you
Oh,
can't go wrong. Taylor Kitsch.
She was
What a cast.
Lila in Friday Night Lights.
Jesse
but-
Plemons. What was her name?
Lila
Lila.
in Friday Night Lights.
Lila. Yeah, that was an awesome show. All right, you're up. God, it is so nice and cool in
Minka
here.
Kelly,
Oh.
Minka Kelly.
Sorry.
Minka Kelly. Yes.
John Reinhardt. Does he win?
Thank you, John. That's right. Minka Kelly.
Wow. Look at that. X-Men number 56 from 1969.
Neil Adams.
First appearance of the living monolith.
You got it.
Origin of Angel.
Yep.
What is the power? Got an 8.0. Look at that thing. That's cool. It's a cool cover.
So Alex Summers does not realize he's a mutant yet, and has not yet become Havoc. So basically, Alex Summers is captured by the living pharaoh over in Egypt, who uses his powers to become the living monolith. And it is the very first X-Men issue with Neil Adams interior art. And if you've never read it or seen it, it is butter. You've got it. You got to just get a trade. It's amazing. It's
And
absolutely
this-
amazing.
It's the very first Neil Adams X-Men story.
Yeah, he wrote it too, right?
Yeah.
No, wait, let me see that. Yeah, look at that. Oh, Roy Adams story, Neil Adams cover, but it looks like Neil Adams contributed as well.
But
Yeah.
it's his first one
Yeah,
in the X-Men series.
that's correct. That is correct. What is the power? Beautiful, beautiful cover.
That's awesome.
Beautiful interior. The interior art on that issue, I have the trade at home.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
amazing,
Absolutely
huh?
gorgeous.
Wow.
Can we have it?
Wow.
What was our grade?
Congratulations.
8.0.
Okay.
Okay.
That's really
This
good.
is, see, when we do vintage, I'm so excited about the books themselves that the grades are like secondary, unless it's mine. Then the grade is not secondary.
I like that the
But
red one. That's nice.
whereas with the modern stuff, I'm more keyed in on the condition.
It's the first time I've seen it says cream to off-white.
I've seen that.
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Whew. Did you pull that?
Yeah, your turn, buddy. Pull yours. Go ahead.
Another. Oh, number 2.
What? Wow.
Invincible Iron Man number 2 from 1968. We got a 7.5. Very nice. Let's display
Does that
that.
say first appearance of Janice Cord?
Yes. Yes, that is right. First
That's,
appearance of Janice Cord, who becomes Tony's girlfriend.
Girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah. And he fights Drexel Cord, who is a competitor
father, right?
of Tony Stark. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And doesn't her father actually die in that one too, doesn't it?
Yeah, he has something called a Demolisher
Yes.
that they attack Iron Man with, and he ends up.
Which the Cord actually made the Demolisher because he was I guess, a little jealous of Tony Stark's
Tony's wealth and
success
success.
with the Iron Man thing, so he made something to destroy it, which is the Destroyer, and then somehow the Destroyer, I think, went out of control and started attacking everybody, including his daughter. So I think he got in the path of his daughter somehow.
The killer robot thing never works out well for the
No,
creator.
never does.
Never works out.
does. Nope.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the proud owner of that Iron Man #2. That's going back.
Cool. That is going. Wow, that's amazing. What year is that?
68. Wow. Older than me. I don't get to say that every day.
That's
Okay.
crazy. All right, Brian.
Oh,
I got it.
very nice. Very
I got
nice.
it. Teen Titans #22 from 1969. Origin of Wonder Girl. Wonder Girl Dawn? D-O-N-S?
Dons.
Dons?
Dons. Wears.
Wears?
Wears.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
What-
New costume. Letter from Claus Janson again? Okay.
Boy, he was a big
Yeah,
letter
he
writer
really
back
was.
then. This is
So
another
this
one
is-
of these 3 issues in a row that was
Yes.
drawn by Neil Adams. I had discussed this briefly on a previous unboxing, but when Wonder Girl was created, it was a mistake because the writers of the book didn't realize that Wonder Girl was really nothing more than Wonder Woman as a girl. So she couldn't have been around when Robin and Speedy and Aqualad started teaming up as the Teen Titans. So later, Marv Wolfman had to come up with an origin story for her, and this is where they first revealed that she was the baby in the burning building and was rescued by Wonder Woman and was taken to Paradise Island and was
Right.
trained in the ways of the Amazons.
So she became like an adopted sister
Yes.
and daughter to.
And that was her simplest, cleanest origin,
Okay.
but it changed 100 times, and every time it changed, it got more and more convoluted
So
and
did it
complicated.
revert back to this one then? Is that what it is? Or
This one has now been done away with. Although I'm thinking, no wait, in current DC continuity. See, that's just
No.
it. I don't know. It's changed so many times now. I don't even know what her current.
oh,
Wonder Woman, and Wonder Girl are not the same to me anymore with the swords and the shields. I struggle with that because they're supposed to be ambassadors of peace, but yet they run around carrying shields and swords. And the other thing too is if you have bulletproof bracelets, what do you really need a shield for? You know what I mean?
well, because if the bullet misses your bracelet,
I guess that could be it. Yeah.
maybe.
But they would never stab. Like, could you ever see Diana or Donna actually stabbing somebody with those swords? Like, they just wouldn't do that.
I guess not. No.
So, and that all came about in New 52 back in 2011 when Brian Azzarello took over. He made her more of a traditional Amazon with swords and that kind of stuff. But growing up back in the 70s, Wonder Woman and Wonder Girl never carried that kind of stuff. They had their lassos of truth,
Right.
and they had their bullet bracelets, and that's all they needed. But times change.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with my 7.0.
And this is the first time that she actually wears that red outfit, right?
Yes.
That one there.
Or is it 23? See, 23 I've already had graded, and I think that
This issue marks the first appearance of Wonder Girl on her classic red outfit.
I will look it up in the trade tonight.
Okay.
I'll look it up in the trade.
Let me know. I'm curious.
In the omnibus,
Yeah.
my bronze or my Silver Age omnibus. That's a beauty. All right, your turn.
No.
Oh.
Yours. I picked that. It was right there.
Thor. Oh, this is the first appearance of the Absorbing Man, Crusher Creel.
Okay.
Journey into Mystery number 114. Now we only got a 3.5, but it's still an awesome issue to have. Look at that
Oh,
cover.
that's like that's a major issue, isn't it? I think.
Yes. Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby cover, Jack Kirby and Vince Coletta art. So I mean, you have all the greats. You have all the greats.
Yeah. First
From
appearance.
1965.
First appearance of Furnace Wolf. I don't even know who that is. Who's Furnace Wolf? Oh.
You got me on that one.
First appearance of Indun as an Argadian. Thank you, goddess. Jack Kirby art. Loki powers up. So this is how Absorbent Man. Was that Absorbent Man? You know who that is?
Yeah, the Absorbing Man, Crusher Creel.
So he was a regular guy, called Crusher Creel, but he was in prison, I guess.
Yep.
And then Loki decided to
He does a whammy.
the little little power up on him.
Yes.
So
And he
make him
becomes
absorb it, man.
And he's a heavy hitter. Like he goes up against the Hulk regularly. He goes up against Thor regularly. He's one of the most powerful. He was on Marvel's Agents of Shield. That's right.
Now, when he says absorb it, man, does his powers like absorb other people's like anything like hits him? He gets more power.
Not
or
powers, textures. Yeah, wood, concrete, steel, that kind of stuff he absorbs.
Oh, is that
and
what
then
it
his
is?
whole body and his mace becomes
no? Okay.
that particular material. One time he did Uru, like if he touches Thor's hammer,
Yeah.
he can become Uru where he's like totally unstoppable.
Really?
Yeah,
Could trick
Wow.
him, touch something that's not so good for him.
that's right. Like water. If they can trick him into like touching water, he'll just evaporate.
No
And then
kidding.
it takes him a couple hours to like draw himself back together, like his molecules.
Wow.
Going back to Friday Night Lights and going back to Adrian Padalecki, did you know that she was cast as Wonder Woman? They made a pilot episode that never actually
They never
aired.
sent it out.
Yeah, the costume was awesome. I remember seeing like photo stills
Really?
of her in the Wonder Woman. Yeah, Google that sometime. Adrian Padalecki Wonder Woman, and you can see the costume. It was pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish they had made that into a show. But
Lots of canceled Wonder Womans.
yeah, yes, that's true.
Canceled a Joss Whedon one.
Yes, yes, that would have been awesome.
He was really into having her in bondage.
Yes, yes, he was. Yes, he was. All right, so congratulations on the Journey into Mystery number 114 from 1965. I see you hiding back there, Eric.
We're down to 3.
We're down to 3.
We're down to 3.
I love Journey into Mystery.
Good stuff.
Can't afford any of them.
I'm
we go.
same boat.
Human Torch,
Wow.
number 1 from 1974. Wow, Sal Buscema and John Romita.
Romita, very good.
Cover. That's a pretty cool cover.
I blanked on this.
7.0.
I had no recollection of the Human Torch having his own book in the 70s. Yeah.
That's the Android one or the
No.
It's
No,
it's the Fantastic Four Johnny,
Yeah.
which is weird. And when he and Sue are living in Glenville in a fireproof house. In this
That'd be
particular.
helpful.
So maybe this is no, because Sue married Reed what 60s, somewhere in the 60s, we'll say.
Well, this is a reprint.
This is
This is a reprint.
He might be fighting the android in this one. I'm not sure.
The first story from Strange Tales 101. That's what I have written down here.
okay. Which is why Sue isn't married to Reed yet and still living with Johnny in Glenville. Okay,
It says,
that makes sense to me
written
now.
letters to newspaper by someone called the Destroyer. Johnny Storm, aka the Torch, finds out there is a Soviet submarine off the shore, and the Destroyer is a spy, and actually Charles Stanton, editor of the newspaper that actually made the letters.
Dun dun dun.
It's like a twist.
Aha! Yeah, the Destroyer is hellbent on destroying an amusement park.
Mm.
And you're right, he is fighting the original Golden Age Jim Hammond version of the Human Torch on the cover. Very cool. So it's a reprint of
Yes.
an older. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Yeah,
pretty
this
cool, though.
this one stumped me when we were doing the research for it. I was like, he had a solo book in the 70s. I couldn't wrap my head around that.
Being sold here at the store.
Aha!
Oh, sold here at the
Very
store.
nice.
Look at
Available
that.
at Craven Comics,
Wow.
where all your finer comics are sold.
One.
You pulled that right.
Yeah, we're down. There you go, Brian. There you go. Oh, watch out, people. He's gonna wet his pants.
Oh my god. Teen Titans number 20, which comes before 21.
Before 21 and way before 22.
Neil Adams story and art, and Nick Cardy cover and art. I got a 9.0.
9.0. Wow. Brian, congratulations
Thank you.
on that one.
Thank you.
That is fantastic.
I'd like to thank the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. No, I need to thank Christopher for his pressing and cleaning duties.
Another Neil Adams.
Another Neil Adams.
Neil Adams.
Yes.
He's all over the place tonight.
Yes.
Go on, Brian. Tell her your story.
A character named Joshua breaks into Titan's headquarters to get the Titans' help against Operation Jericho. Is what I have written down.
Okay, you ready for this? I got a little trivia here for this.
Yeah, this was controversial, wasn't it?
Very
yeah, I thought
controversial.
so. Yeah.
This story wasn't the original story. The original story, different original script by Len Wein
Mhm.
and
Who created Wolverine and the new X-Men?
and Marv Wolfman. Wolfman sounds very familiar.
Oh yeah, he's done everything, mostly Teen Titans. Yep.
Would have introduced DC's first African American superhero named Jericho.
Yep.
Editor Cameron and Frantino?
Oh, Carmine Infantino.
Carmine.
Carmine. People know him as a Flash artist. He drew Flash almost.
Refused to publish it as written and had it changed to this.
Yeah.
You believe that?
It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
Well,
But
and that
pretty
was
interesting.
going on in '69. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was a turbulent time. But yeah, in the 11th hour, they had to call Neil Adams in to rewrite the entire script.
Yeah.
And at the end, he pulls off his hood, and it was supposed to be an African American character, and they whitewashed him.
Yep.
So not DC's proudest day.
No.
Not
at
DC's
all.
proudest day for sure.
No.
It's a shame.
Yep.
But we've come a long way.
But you got a 9.0, and that's what counts.
I know. And look at my Titans on the cover. Oh my God! Look at those bright, colorful
I know, that's
1960s costumes. I
Like
just I
the,
love
that
the
was
Teen
reminds me
Titans.
of like the Black Panther in the background there, doesn't it?
Well, isn't that
Where he's
ironic?
running?
Yeah.
Real, I mean, seriously, think
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Really ironic.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Woo.
Last.
I have to ask a question.
Oh, question
Um,
time. Ding, 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 ding.
That's right. I had a giveaway. All right. The question is now, and be ready at home with your fingers and your typing skills because we have people here. We have live fans. What country was frail Dr. Donald Blake visiting when he discovered the hammer of Thor? Go!
Malaysia.
No way.
Norway! Ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
Andy gets it. All right, Andy.
Great.
This guy's good.
That was quicker than any typing ever.
It was like automatic. You get 4 consecutive issues from the Copper Age. Now we feel old because our childhood is now the Copper Age. 4 consecutive issues of the Defenders, and these are near and dear because they lead up to the Six-Fingered Hand, which is my favorite Defender story of all time. So we will put these aside for you. In fact, I'll hand deliver. This is exciting. I
Wow.
never get to hand deliver. There you go, sir. Thank you for participating.
Wow. Live studio audience.
All right, Big J, let's knock this out.
One more to go.
One more to go.
One more. It's going to be with a bang. Hey, you know what? It's the live studio audience one, probably.
Buy it.
Okay.
Oh, another one of that issue.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah,
it's
sometimes
different.
that happens
This is
when they
a.
first
This is,
start
I don't know if
Yeah.
this is.
It was
Anyway,
there.
We didn't submit 2 of the
Yeah.
same issue, right?
But I'm like,
we have 2 issues of number 90,
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
which is the death of Captain George Stacy.
If it's a higher grade, it's mine. Absolutely.
We had this issue
Right.
before, literally earlier tonight.
I didn't remember when we researched this that we had 2 of the
This one's
same.
mine.
We did. I think he wrote 2 on it or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
What's our packing
Oh,
number there?
okay,
Number
no,
3. Yeah, that's right. Death of Captain Stacy with
Yeah.
an exclamation point.
Yeah. So it's. We just talked about it.
Yep.
The death of Captain Stacy here. He saved the child and
Yes.
pushed out of the way
I
and
didn't
got
pick two,
clobbered
right?
by bricks, and Spider-Man got blamed for it all.
Very
So,
sad, very heartbreaking. Yeah.
If anybody knows who Stacy is, he is
Yours is
Gwen
the
Stacy's
seven.
father.
Gwen's father. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Now,
That's the,
who was it that died that Spider-Man tried to catch? With
Gwen.
the web? So they both kind of died.
She died in 221. I know,
Yeah.
it's terrible. And in one of our next
That's
shows,
crazy.
I'm going to be my giveaway is going to be the trade paperback that reprints his death and her death. It's called The Death of the Stacys.
Oh, wow.
Because I have them all in the hardcover omnibus volumes now, so I'm gonna that'll be one of my giveaways coming up.
Wow.
All right,
Tragically.
that
And tragically, our night comes to an
yes,
end too.
tragically, just like the life of Captain Stacy, our night has come to an end.
you kept it under an hour with 3 of your own comic there?
I know, right?
No.
And thanks to all the guys that came into the store tonight for the swap night and joined us. This was awesome. Hope to do it again.
Good times.
Yeah, very much.
Modern will be next.
Yeah, we'll see you soon for
Some
Modern
moderns
Comics.
coming in.
Thank you
guys.
again. Are we done?
Yep.
Okay.
Are
I-
we